If you struggle to get high quality, deep sleep, or you're constantly waking up tired even though you're getting your 8 hours, it might not be anything that you're doing wrong. The problem might be in your environment. Is your bedroom fighting against your biology? In this video, I'm going to show you 2 often overlooked ways that you could improve your sleep starting tonight. The space you sleep in plays a crucial role in the quality of the rest you get each night. You could have the perfect mattress and pillow and be ultra consistent with your schedule, but if your environment isn't right, your sleep is going to suffer. Think about it like you're aligning your environment with your body's natural processes. You're giving the body what it's wired for, and being smart about how we cue it, starting with temperature. When it comes to sleep, cooler is almost always better. And this isn't just personal preference, it's hardwired into our biology. Our bodies naturally cool down as part of the sleep process. When we enter sleep, our core temperature drops, signaling to our brain that it's time to rest and recover. If your bedroom's too warm, you're actually fighting against this natural process. It's like trying to drive while you've got the parking brake on. You might still get there, but it's going to be harder than it needs to be. You won't be getting the quality of sleep that you could. So, what's the ideal temperature for sleep? Well, most sleep scientists recommend keeping your bedroom somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 15 to 19 Celsius. Now that might sound cold if you're used to a warmer environment, but make sure you've got some blankets and give it a try. You might be surprised at how much better you sleep. I've absolutely noticed this in my own life, that the nights that I sleep particularly well, it's been colder in the house. The difference is pretty remarkable. I fall asleep faster, I wake up less during the night, and I feel more refreshed in the morning. Now, I know not everyone has control over their bedroom temperature. Maybe you don't have air conditioning, or maybe you share your space with someone who prefers it warmer. But there are still options. You could use lighter bedding or moisture-wicking sheets. You could try a cooling mattress topper. Even something as simple as sticking one foot out from under the covers can help regulate your body temperature. There's a reason so many of us sleep this way instinctively. There are even dual thickness comforters for couples who operate at different temperatures. So see if you can find a way to get the temperature down and then notice the difference that it makes. The second biggest sleep disruptor that could be affecting you in ways you don't realize is sound. Our brains are wired to detect changes in our environment. If it's completely silent and then there's a sudden noise, a car honking, a dog barking, or your partner snoring, that change will obviously jolt you awake. This can happen at smaller scales that don't wake you up fully, but are still enough to disrupt your deep sleep. Now here's where it gets interesting. Our brains are amazing at adapting to constant stimuli. If there's a steady, unchanging background noise, our brains just filter it out. We stop perceiving it. This is called sensory adaptation or neural adaptation. This is the same reason you feel your glasses when you first put them on, but after 10 minutes, you don't feel them anymore. And this phenomenon is why white noise machines and fans are so effective for sleep. They create a kind of noise floor, a baseline level of sound that masks other, more disruptive noises. When that dog barks outside, the contrast between the silence and the barking would normally wake you up. But with white noise playing, the contrast is much less dramatic, and you're more likely to stay asleep. Now you might be skeptical, how would adding more noise help me sleep? I'm telling you, it works like magic. There's such a thing as too loud, obviously, but at the right level, you might find that a white noise machine or a fan is enough to drown out even subtle background noises that were interfering with your sleep quality. If you want to try something kind of next level, there's also the option of binaural beats. These are a fascinating type of audio waveform where your left and right ears receive slightly different frequency tones, and as a result, your brain perceives a kind of third tone. That's the mathematical difference between the two. Different frequencies of binaural beats are associated with different brain states, including deep relaxation and sleep. Now, to experience that binaural effect, you need to use headphones or earbuds with a mesh wrap around them to keep them in place while you sleep, so that each ear is hearing a different sound. It's a bit unusual, I know, but some people find it incredibly effective. I've tried it, and I enjoy binaural beats when I'm doing focused work or something, but I just can't quite get comfortable enough sleeping with any kind of headphones or earbuds on, so your mileage might vary there. You could also try nature sounds like rainfall, ocean waves, or a forest at night. There are billions of apps and devices that offer these sounds for free. The trick is just picking something that sounds relatively uniform and soothing, something that you could tune out. That's why I struggle to fall asleep listening to music, personally. I'm a musician, and so for me, listening to music is a very engaging experience. It's active, it's not passive. My mind is constantly exploring the different layers of sound and texture and rhythm, and it's just too distracting for me to fall asleep to. So if you do want to fall asleep to music, pick instrumental pieces with slow, steady rhythm or ambient sounds. Something consistent and relatively uniform. Now, here's your assignment for tonight. Experiment with both turning down your bedroom temperature and turning up some form of background noise. For temperature, try setting your thermostat 2 or 3 degrees cooler than usual tonight. If you don't have a thermostat, try just opening a window if the weather permits, or using a fan. For sound, if you don't have a white noise machine, you could use a fan, or just search white noise in an app store or on YouTube. You'll find free options, tons of them. Try a few different options and see what works for you. And remember, these aren't just random ideas and suggestions. They're based on the way that your brain and body are designed to work. These two adjustments, temperature and sound, can work together synergistically. The combination of a cool room and consistent background noise creates an ideal sleep environment that signals to your brain it's time to rest now. It's like giving your brain the perfect conditions to do what it naturally wants to do. Shut down and restore your body and mind. By aligning your sleep environment with your biology, you're setting yourself up for that kind of deep, restorative sleep that's going to energize you for the next day. So tonight, turn down that temperature, turn up the white noise, and enjoy the difference it makes in your sleep quality.